At first, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is CURVEUR, and I am a French student of Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes Territories Development Institute in Clermont-Ferrand. I work to develop rural areas, and I'm traveling in France. I enjoy traveling in France and discovering heritage. And I develop a website and Instagram account about slow tourism and local experiences. This year, I worked on the project RIEUTORT, and I'm going to talk about this project, the different objectives, the operators, and the connection between this project and rural territories. RIEUTORT is a French event that was first held in October 2020, and it highlights both heritage and technologies. Each year, people in charge of tourism, heritage, and digital technologies meet to talk about this subject, ask some questions about it, explain different projects or initiatives to think about the new development of the territories, thanks to heritage and the development of new technologies. You can see on the screen the main goals of the RIEUTORT: bringing people together, sharing know-how, highlighting some initiatives, and creating new trainings and jobs to help elected representatives to develop new projects in their territories. The white paper contributes to highlighting 60 initiatives. It was written by me and 5 other students, and we looked for a project in France that fits well and represents several forms of heritage: architectural, natural, cultural, immaterial, or archaeological, and use various technologies: augmented reality, virtual reality, smartphone applications, touchpad, connected headphones, and so on. And all projects are located in France and represent different territories in urban and rural areas. The different initiatives are organized in 5 parts. The first part is bringing to life doesn't exist anymore, like the site of Bibract in Burgundy that developed an application in virtual reality. So this, visitors can see the archaeological site in Gallo-Roma era, today turned into ruins. The second part consists of enhancing the experience at the place. In Châtel-Guyon, there is a digital connected contemporary fresco that enables visitors to play a video game using their smartphone. And this project allows to import contemporary art to rural areas. The third part is to propose a pre-visit from home to attract people on site. The department of Côte d'Or developed with virtual media company a project that proposes to discover the natural reserve of Maëlys on a website. This project built in 360 degrees on a photo basis. The first one is about using new technologies as a mediation tool. In Creil, in the department of Oise, the municipality developed a digital escape game to create a new visit experience from the Galais-Juillet Museum. The visitor experiences the game between real and virtual thanks to a touchpad. It's a good idea to develop the attraction of the museum for young people or during the low season. The last one is to collect and save data. The association Archipop develops some projects in different towns of Hauts-de-France to collect some private data to learn more information about life in the 20th century. With the data, they created some experiences to share the information and raise the population awareness of their story. Each initiative is presented like this. At first, you find information about the project, the place, the operators, kind of heritage. And sometimes there is a timeline considered the project process. And after you find explanation of the initiative. And finally, the good practices of the project. Now, I'm going to develop 3 examples of the initiative in rural areas to explain different types of solutions to create projects in rural areas, even without the internet. The 3 examples are extracted from the white paper. The first one is les médusés de Gorgopolitis. In Saint-Jean-de-Trézy, a little town of 375 inhabitants, Cédric Touzet and his artistic troupe built a theater in a farm with the population of the territory. It's a place of culture. He proposes in this theater his last exhibition, Les Médusés de Gorgopolitis. Some sculptures in human form are displayed in the theater, and with connected headphones, the visitor can learn the experiences and the histories of those fictional humans. Headphones don't connect to the internet and work in frequency. There are 3 frequencies, 3 different experiences. These exhibitions can be installed in different villages to import culture to rural areas. The troupe is now making an experience in virtual. To create the scenario, he got inspired by the present and spoke about a variety example to explain a variety of subjects like ecological and political to make the visitor think. This project is a good example to explain that the story of our generation is the heritage of the next generation. The second project is La Saline Royale d'Arc-et-Selan in the department of Doubs. It is a monumental industrial construction of the 17th century built by the architect Claude-Nicolas Ledoux. This architecture has been registered in UNESCO World Heritage in 1982. Since 2019, there is a new visit experience with Histopad, a touchpad developed by History Company. With this touchpad, the visitor can discover the site at different times in virtual reality to understand the organization and the history of the site. To become more attractive, the mediation team created a global experience to visit the Saline Royale. Besides the touchpad, a touch table allows you to zoom and explore the different models and sketches of the architect Claude-Nicolas Ledoux. The development of new types of mediation creates a new visit experience and encourages the visitor to come back to discover the new mediation tools. In rural areas, it's important to propose an experience that justifies the journey. New technologies allow to create a special and attractive visit. And the last one is a project of the city of the town of Mauriac in Cantal. Our company contacted the municipality in 2017 to work on a joint project to enhance the city's heritage through 3 periods: the Gallo-Roman era, the Middle Age, and after the French Revolutions. Several vestiges mark the town center today. Some traces of the past, like the monastery of the Notre-Dame des Miracles Basilica, that date back to the 18th century. To discover the city of the past, visitors are invited to go to the Mauriac Tourist Office, where we can download the legendary application of their smartphone. Directly from their phone, thanks to cardboard, tourism or inhabitants can visit the center of the town in virtual reality. The engagement of the population and inhabitants of the project was a real strong point for this project. The project was based on archive documents on the story of inhabitants and specialists of history of the territory. 10 points of interest were selected by the mediation teams for a visit about 1 hour and a half. The reconstruction cities is accompanied by informative and mini games to show the whole family. Thanks to Bluetooth terminal placed along the visit, the animations are automatically activated without required to use mobile data. So now, what seems to be the key to succeed in a heritage project? The first one is the importance of the population, especially inhabitants. They represent the first form of heritage, and they live in the territory, and they have information about the history and real life. They have a special relation with the territories and heritage. And if you include inhabitants and the population in the building of your project, they can become ambassadors and they will promote it around them. The second point is that it's crucial to think about the project in the long term to be more attractive and to propose new experiences in the time. Tourists and inhabitants will come back to live new experiences. And finally, it is fundamental to accompany the population and explain to them how the different technologies work. Sometimes it's difficult for a type of population to use new technologies, and it's easier for them if a special person explains how to use this. It represents a better experience if the visitor is comfortable with the mediation tool. New technology is not a substitute for social contact, and new technologies is only new tool of mediation, a medium to accompany real visits. So, to conclude the presentation, using technologies is an opportunity to develop rural territories and especially to highlight heritage. Each project is unique. The context, the operators, the objectives are different. And some particular technologies exist to develop initiatives in rural areas without the internet. If you want to have some more information about this project, you can consult your website or send me an email to subscribe to a newsletter or to exchange with me.